Having great lighting can help your content stand out. And today I'm going to show you how to take your lighting setup from this to this. Now before I show you how to get to this, I'm going to show you two other easier setups that you can do with less equipment. So let's say you don't have any modifiers, all you have is one light and the light that's in the room. And in this room, that's just so happened to be that lamp. Obviously that's not bright enough, and I'm going to bring in one light and point it at the ceiling. And this is what you get. If you have a white ceiling above you or white walls or anything that's white that you can bounce the light off of, you can use that to spread out the light, because I'm filling up this whole room basically by kind of, instead of having a light on the ceiling that lights up the room, this is, the light source. It's almost like having a giant cloud over the room, and you have nice soft light everywhere. And it doesn't really have any direction or shape to it, but it is nice and soft, and that's kind of what we want. So this is what that looks like when you have soft light just bouncing everywhere around the room. I have the practical in the back, which was the light that's really the only light that's in this room. So when you turn off the overhead light, obviously this is what it looks like. So just by adding that one light, no modifiers, just bouncing at the ceiling, this is the result you can get just from adding one simple light to your setup. So for the next lighting setup, I'm going to attach a light dome to this light to soften the light and make it more direct on me. So this is going to be a 2-light setup, and I'm going to try to blend in the practical that we have and use a light tube for a kicker. So I have the light dome attached, and I have the color temperature set to 6200 degrees, which is a pretty cool color temperature. And I did that because the light back here, as you can see, is pretty warm. And if I match that light, it's gonna turn white, and I don't want that to happen. I want the light to have a warm look to it because I'm going to use this as a kicker. So this light is providing a little light to the scene, but it's not giving me much. So I'm going to use this to kind of exaggerate what this light is already doing, and I have it color matched at 2600 degrees, and I'm gonna sit it right here on the table next to where I will be, because now that's gonna fill in some of that light on this side, and your eyes are automatically gonna assume that it is this light that's providing it. So this is what's called using a practical in your scene. This light seems like it's giving me a warm glow from this side, but it's actually gonna be this one. So this is with no light on, just using the practical in the background. And if I add that kicker, this is what it looks like. And once I add the light dome that's in front of me, this is what that looks like. And on the Sidus Link app, I can control from my phone how dark or bright I want the light. So obviously that's way too bright, and that's not bright enough. And I can just increase it from my phone without having to move and get up and try things. I can do it just from my phone and dial it in. It's about right there, and I think that looks good. So for this last setup, I'm going to take this Amaran 300C and use it to introduce some color. We're going to point it at the ceiling like so, and I'm going to make it pretty much even over my scene. Now because I added this, the colors are probably going to get washed out from the light dome right here. So what I'm going to end up having to do is attaching this grid, because the light spill is just going to ruin the colors in the background. So as you can see, the colors in the background are kind of washed out because I have this light and it's just spreading everywhere, and the grid is what's really going to help cut down on all the extra spill and things that's bouncing around the room. So that'll make the light that I set up over there more intense. All right, so now I have the grid attached, and as you can see, the light is not spreading all over the room now, and that should make the colors that I have bouncing on the background much more intense. So this is the final setup, and if you like the way this looks, be sure to leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, let me know, and check out this video if you want to see another video like it.